Leo, hey, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy for the next week via the tarot, astrology, and any channel messages that come through. So let's get into it. We are in Gemini season. We just had a new moon in Gemini. So good things are happening. I feel like a lot of the tension, a lot of the emotionality that's been happening is starting to lessen. We're also seeing not as many transits this week, so I feel like we're kind of getting a break from the BS, an opportunity to recenter. Also, the air element has been heightened, which air is connected to our intellect, the way we think, the way we kind of translate that into our real life. It's also about communication, which is Gemini season as well. Communication and just like the people, the situations that we're interacting with on a daily basis. And so we're having this opportunity to kind of process through what's happening, how things are happening, what we need to do, what choices and decisions we need to make around those things. And, you know, it's starting to bring in a little bit more momentum. There's been a lot of messages of wait, patience. I've been seeing this even confirmed, you know, across the collective. And it's good because it's, again, reinforcing this need to really process through, understand through what is happening so that we know what steps we want to take moving forward. We can make a better decision, right? That's why I like to start off these readings with an energy cleansing, just to set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any of those blocks, limitations we might be coming into. It's also a really good time to set your own intention for the reading as well, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, what's happening, how it's moving forward, etc., definitely hit me up. I also do energy healing and Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. If you're looking for more of a realignment of self, just kind of being able to reconnect with who you are, with what you want, that level of awareness that is so necessary when we are kind of processing through what the F is going on in our life. So I would love to help support in whatever way possible. If you're interested, definitely hit me up. As I said, all the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, with that, Leo, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love, Mama Love. All right, Leo, so I'm hearing like you've had to be really patient around something or something. I know I already kind of touched on this, but it feels like something has taken a really long time to get off the ground, up and running. Or maybe it's just a long time for a situation to unfold. Maybe you feel like you've kind of been in the same spot or not a lot has moved in quite some time. I feel like, I don't know, I don't feel like you're expecting things to change, but you want it to, obviously, with this date night. And maybe there is an opportunity for that this week. Someone reaching out, someone connecting to you. It doesn't have to be romantic in nature. It can be if that's what you're here for. But this is definitely like someone that you've been trying to reconnect with. And I'm hearing for some of you, if you already know this person, or this is like you want answers is what I'm hearing, right? Okay, so there is, yes, definitely someone who has your attention. Okay, but there's like a lot of duality playing out. I don't know. there's a lot of mixed messages is what it looks like, especially if you've been dealing with this person for quite some time. Communication is being blocked, is coming up in your blocked energy. So it looks like whatever this is, there's just some confusions around how things have been playing out. There is more of a need for communication. Maybe communication has been blocked, so there isn't a lot of clarity. But as I said, like it looks like there's some answers coming in for you this week. And like I said, it feels like you've been waiting for this for some time. For some of you, this is like a reigniting. Like you're really excited about this. You're excited about this opportunity. And let's see what the tarot says. Let's see if this has like some, well, I think good things are coming with it. I feel like it's positive. For some of you, this might just be a really sticky situation, something that takes a little bit of finesse to navigate through, especially if you've kind of been in this position. Well, you're coming up as Four of Pentacles energy. So that's really this level of self-protection, right? There's a reason that maybe you've kind of held things at a distance or wanted things to manifest in a certain order, right? Like certain things to happen, to fall into place before you readdress this. There was something that you needed, for this person. Well, that's too bad because we have the Devil popping up. Maybe you did have to take a break from someone so you could, it looks like you're starting fresh, or you're letting go, or you're feeling like something's wrong, something's amiss. I don't know, whatever you're dealing with, Leo, this week. Okay, this wasn't what I was worried about. Because, well, and it makes a lot of sense, right? Because you have this fronts as like a good thing, right? But meanwhile, at the same time, this energy of this individual is just malicious, vindictive. Like they will do what they need to do to be on top. And it looks like for you, you've noticed the signs and you're just like, I don't want to deal, because the Fool, like you're just ready to leave it, drop it where it's at and move on. And that's what I was a little worried about in the beginning, because it looks so good, right? It looks so good on the surface. It does have this love spell component to it. But sometimes, you know, I was actually just reflecting on this today. Like it's so easy for people, situations to put on a front, especially if it's like fulfilling our needs, our ideals of how we want things to look. But sometimes we need that communication conversation to look beneath the surface, look at the reality of what is really there. Maybe there are things that you need to readdress because of this situation. Let's see how you respond to this, because again, I don't know, this person, it looks like they've changed their tune, but you've changed your tune as well. Like, I feel like this is more of a surprise for them. Maybe you're just kind of politely exiting the situation, Leo. Like maybe you're just like slowly taking a back step because you don't want it to be too noticed, right? You don't want it to be too noticed. And, I don't know. I think this is a little, well, it's going to be hard for them, but you also, it looks to me like you don't have any other choice, right? You don't have any other choice but to move forward. But again, this person, okay, let's look at this a little bit more. So we have Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Six of Swords. And okay, so I mean, I don't know, like this is a really, there's other energy showing up. Maybe this is where this confession is coming in. It looks like you're either like hearing from another person this week, information from them that kind of puts all the pieces together around this person, or what their motivations are, or how they act, how they behave, etc. Let's see why this person has the Hangman. But they're very perceptive at the same time. There's something about it where, like they know how to schmooze. Like they know how to schmooze people. Coming up as the Queen of Cups, like this is someone who's really good at like playing at the heart, right? This love spell. And I don't know, you feel conflicted by it. You feel conflicted by it. Okay, so maybe you've set some boundaries with this person, or maybe the amount that you interact with them has changed, because they do look like they're feeling defeated. They're feeling defeated, and that's why they're kind of like acting and behaving in this erratic way. I think it's going to be really hard for them to be different, you know, because it's their own victory, their own success. They're out there. It's a very selfish energy, and they're already feeling on some level like defeated by a situation that, like, it looks to me like either they've given up or there's been some boundaries set that they feel really defeated by. You are not really sure how you want this dynamic to look moving forward, so you're keeping it at a distance. I don't necessarily see you completely cutting something off, but something's coming in, like I said, to bring some clarity around this. And maybe this is like conversations that have been long waited. I don't see that necessarily taking place this week. Maybe you are hoping to run into someone, or maybe you are giving someone an opportunity to speak. But again, even if it is like this person's situation, you're hanging out, whatever, there's just these things that are kind of like not adding up, essentially, is how it comes through. And there's more to the story. There's more information to be had. I don't know, maybe you're holding on to some information as well, Leo. The heart of the matter. There is more. I love it. The cards never lie. There is more going on than meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about, 100%, right? And that's kind of where this process of discovery becomes so important, right? Like, get the necessary information you need. Don't just, I mean, unfortunately, like, we are kind of at a day and age where you can't really take people at their word. Or if you're feeling those red flags, if you're seeing them, if things aren't adding up, if something's rubbing you the wrong way, it's worth it to take a look. You know, we want to know, because that's what this time is all about. Pluto in Aquarius, it's forcing us to make changes around how we actually want our life to look. Not what we think we deserve, or, you know, like we can have, like, not the lower version, right? The better version. And I feel like it is weeding out these people situations that become direct blocks and obstacles to us. Right now, Pluto is in retrograde, so it's re-highlighting those situations. Actions speak loudly, 100%, right? It's not what someone says, it's what someone does. It's how they act, it's how they behave. Express your love through your actions. That's also important, right? You know, and maybe that's part of what is bringing to the surface, what is highlighting some of this dynamic where this person just can't get on the same page, or, you know, really follow through with what they're saying. You can still treat them with love. It doesn't mean that you have to say, screw you. New love is coming in. New opportunities is how I'm looking at this, especially if you're not looking at love relationships specifically. Embrace this new opportunity that love is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth, right? So just remembering that, like, you know, I mean, sometimes we close the door, we end things just so we can transition and open up into new things. And it does feel like you're already catching the drift, right? Like, you're already in this mode where you do want to self-protect. You do want to take that sideline approach and watch and observe and see how this is all playing out before you make any decisions, right? Recognizing the difficulties around this and what it looks like long-term moving forward, maybe even having some conversations to highlight that so you have a better understanding. And then, you know, see how it all shakes out. So Godspeed, Leo. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I super appreciate you. I definitely hope that you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear or say, hey, share in a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. No, I'm sending it back to you.